Alright, hello everybody, and we are here for game number 2, Boulder Collegians against the Denver Generals here in this Monday afternoon doubleheader. Collegians picked up the win in game number 1, 4-1, to get them to 19-4-1 on the season. Generals dropped to 7-9 with the loss and are looking to pick up a split on their home field here in game 2. Hunter Hirayama once again leading it off for your Collegians. Was 1 for 3 in the first game with the leadoff single, but reached on an error and grounded out after that. As the Collegians bats were on fire to start game 1, but fell asleep after that. 4 in the first, nothing in the last 6 against Michael Thorne, who threw an excellent complete game in game 1. Pitching in game 2 for the Generals is Cole DeBelly, number 5. Hirayama takes him out to left center, and that one's down for a base hit. Cut off by Heath Perry out in center, but just like in the first game, Hunter Hirayama leads it off with a base hit for the Collegians. DeBelly, 3 appearances so far on the year. Has thrown 5 innings and has been great, only giving up 1 hit and no runs for the Generals. So they turn to one of their top arms to try and pick up a win here in game 2. Matt Graff in now, once again playing first base for Boulder. Mateo Belismo, who started the year playing a lot of first base, still out with a back injury. Is back in California getting that checked out. As Hirayama's going to go late here, and he's going to get in there easily. So as we see him do so often, Hunter Hirayama gets the late jump, and everyone kind of just stops paying attention to him. He swipes second base. That's Hirayama's 20th stolen base of the year. Has been a constant headache for pitchers on the base paths. Next pitch to Graff, swung on and missed. Big time pitch there from DeBelly, and it's 2-1. Graff 0 for 3 in the first game. So looking to get in the hit column here. Having an excellent year for Boulder, reaching base in more than half of his plate appearances. Here comes the 2-1 from DeBelly. Graff squares around. It's a pitch out. And it's 3-1. Graff takes a big cut at that one and fouls it off. So the count is full now to the Boulder first baseman, Matt Graff. Couple of changes in the Collegians lineup here for game 2, starting off with Nico Hartojo on deck. Was not in the lineup in game 1, but will be playing second here in game 2. The 3-2 is up and away, and Graff draws the walk. So 2 on and nobody out here for Boulder. That will bring in Nico Hartojo, the two-way player. Has primarily pitched, but has appeared in the lineup a couple of times for the Collegians. Homered in his last game in the lineup against the Rogue last weekend. He takes ball 1 from DeBelly down and away. One oh's upstairs, and DeBelly's in some trouble now. 2 on, nobody out, and behind 2-0 to the 3-hole man, Nico Hartojo. DeBelly will turn and throw to second now, and it's going to get into center. Hirayama's going to run, And he's going to get into third easily on the throwing error from the pitcher, DeBelly. Graff stays over at first, but runners are on the corners now, and anything in play likely scores Hunter Hirayama. That one's upstairs as well from DeBelly, who can't find the zone right now. And Hartojo is way ahead, 3-0. Collegians threatening in this first inning, just like in Game 1, where they jumped out to a 4-0 lead. Next pitch, that's upstairs, and a 4-pitch walk to Nico Hartojo, so the Collegians second baseman is on with a walk, and the bases are loaded. And the Generals manager now going to have a chat with Cole DeBelly on the mound. Cleanup man for the Collegians is Luke Pemberton, the right fielder. Pemberton 1 for 3 in Game 1 with an RBI triple. And a hit here would be huge to put the Collegians out in front early on. And Pemberton takes strike one. Good fastball from Cole DeBelly there, and he finds the zone to move ahead on the cleanup man. Next pitch to Pemberton now. That one's down and away. Good stop by the new catcher, Guan Mingyu. Count 1-1 now to Luke Pemberton. He takes that one and he sends it out into left. Snaps his bat over his leg, but it is going to be a sac fly as Hirayama comes in to score. So Pemberton not happy, but a productive at-bat for the Collegians cleanup man, and he puts them ahead 1-0 here in Game 2. Hitting fifth is Jackson Bryant, the third baseman, on with one out and runners on first and second. Wind still blowing out. And Graff trying to get a little bit of an early start, but DeBelly steps off to check down to second. First pitch now to Jackson Bryant, and that one gets him. Looked like it got him on the bill of his batting helmet. And the bases are loaded once again after the hit by pitch. So bases loaded once again with one out, and Cole Lucky, the center fielder, in with a chance to really give the Collegians a healthy cushion here in the first, just like they had in Game 1. First pitch to Lucky, grounded hard over to short, fielded by Chin Wei Yu. And Lucky legs out the double play down at first. A huge play by Cole Lucky. So the Generals get the force at second, but Lucky's into first on the fielder's choice, and that allows the run to score in the form of Matt Graff from first. So 2-0 Collegians now, with the runners on first and third, and Braden Thompson, the left fielder, in. First pitch to Thompson upstairs with the fastball. Thompson 1 for 3 in Game 1, but did have the monster 2-run homer out into left center. And Thompson calls for time here. Runner going from first here. Fastball's upstairs, and it gets through the glove of Ming Yu behind the plate. Runner at third. Hartojo holds. But two men in scoring position now with the count 2-0 and the base open at first. Next pitch from DeBelly. That one's upstairs, and it's 3-0 to Braden Thompson with the big bat of Hank Himrick on deck. And DeBelly misses again, so a 4-pitch walk to Braden Thompson. And the bases are loaded once again here in the first. Hank Himrick was 0 for 2 with a walk and a couple of strikeouts in game number 1, looking to get in the hit column and get the Collegians a couple more insurance runs here early. First pitch from DeBelly, Himrick fouls it off. Oh, 1 now to the designated hitter, Hank Himrick. That's inside, ball 1. Himrick does lead the Collegians in home runs on the year with 3. They have a lot of guys that have 2, but Himrick is the only one with 3. And that one's back to the backstop, but kicks right back into the glove of Ming Yu, and the runners have to hold. It is a very short backstop here at Denver Christian High School. In Boulder, that's probably a run, but the short backstop combined with the fast turf, and the runners are forced to hold. Count even 1-1. Next pitch swung on and missed as that one's down in the dirt, but got Himrick chasing. And DeBelly 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. Here's the 1-2. That one's down low for a ball. Good eye by Himrick, and it's 3-2 now. So big pitch coming here for Cole DeBelly. Here is the payoff pitch to Himrick. That one's upstairs, ball 4, and the run will come across to score. Good at-bat from Hank Himrick. So 4 walks and a hit by pitch now in the first. Collegians have 3 across as the new catcher, number 23, Campbell Framke, steps in. Framke making his first appearance of the year for the Collegians, in to give a rest to Sergio Solis behind the plate. And he takes ball 1 outside. Collegians possibly on the verge of a huge inning here, but 2 down. Here's the 1-0 from DeBelly. That one's upstairs as well, 2-0. Two-0 pitch is grounded just foul down into the corner, down the third base line, but missed it by mere inches. And instead it is strike 1 on the new Collegians catcher, looking to make an impression in his first AB of the season. Fastball upstairs misses 3-1, and Framke can be picky now at the plate, with DeBelly threatening to walk in yet another Collegian run. Framke fouls off that one. Good pitch by DeBelly, and he's back in it now. Full count. So the base is loaded. 2 outs. Here's the payoff pitch, and it's upstairs. Good at-bat from Campbell. Framke to draw the walk, and the Collegians' lead is now 4-0. And they've batted around as Hunter Hirayama will step back in. So Hirayama, big chance here. Singled in the first AB of the game and scored Boulder's first run as he takes a fastball that's in there for strike one. Hirayama also stole his 20th bag of the year earlier in this inning. Next pitch from DeBelly. That's in there as well. Strike two, so 0-2. Good start for Cole DeBelly. And Hirayama's got to work from behind now. Here's the 0-2. That one is swung on and driven out to right field deep. It is down, and it is back to the wall for extra bases. One run comes across to score. Himrick will come across to score. And Tony Rucco will give Framke the stop sign over at third, but it's a 2-run double for Hunter Hirayama, and the Collegians now ahead 6-0 here in the top of the first. First pitch to Matt Graff is sent out of play, foul. And Graff fouls off another one. Oh, 2 to Graff, just misses. Great take by Matt Graff on a close pitch. And count 1-2 now to the 11th batter of the inning, Matt Graff. That one's upstairs as well, 2-2. Base is open down at first, so a walk will not score a run after the double by Hirayama. But Collegians threatening here. Graff takes that one right back up the middle, through for a base hit. Framke comes in to score. Hirayama right behind him. Throw to the plate is offline. And it's a 2 RBI single for Matt Graff, and the Collegians are ahead now 8-0. So Nico Hartojo now back in for his second at-bat. 12th batter of the inning, and the runner's on first. Here with 2 outs, Hartojo swings through the first pitch for strike one. Just got the bat on it, but corralled by Guan-Ming Yu. Next pitch upstairs, misses, ball one. Another fastball just up high from DeBelly, and Hartojo is ahead 2-1. Walked his first time up. DeBelly now going over to first, but Graff is back in plenty of time. Good pitch from DeBelly there. Breaking ball finds the zone, and the count's even 2 apiece. Artojo swings through the high fastball for strike 3, and a much-needed strikeout for Cole DeBelly. Collegians all over the Generals here in the top of the first, and we will see them in the field with an 8-0 lead. All right, time for the bottom half of the first. Generals with some ground to make up as the center fielder Heath Perry is in to lead it off for Denver. First pitch is in there for a strike from the Collegians pitcher Troy Banco. 6'6" right-hander out of Littleton, Colorado, by way of Mesa Community College, as he finds a gnarly breaking ball in there for strike 2. Banco's 5th appearance of the year, 4th start. Was a little touch and go in his last start against the Rogue. Had some walk troubles, but has overall been very solid on the mound for the Collegians this year. And currently ahead 0-2 to Heath Perry. That one is swung on and missed by Perry, so Banco on the board early with a strikeout. And a good start for the Collegians, trying to back up that 8-run first inning. That will bring in the shortstop Chin-Wei Yu. First pitch from Banco. That one's in there for a strike. Wei Yu does not sure about that call. Was a little bit up and in, but just catches the corner, says the ump, and Banco is off and running. That breaking ball's in there as well for a strike. So 6 consecutive strikes for Troy Banco to start off this one. And he is ahead in yet another count. Here's the 0-2 from Banco. And it hits Wei Yu, runs in on the hands and just catches him. So from a big turn of events here, an 0-2 hit by pitch. And the Generals now with a 1-out base runner. Next man up is Charlie Hilgers, the DH. Was out in the outfield for game 1. Had a couple of hits, 2 for 3 to be exact. Single and a triple for Hilgers in game 1. So looking to continue his good day and move the runner around from first. First pitch from Benko is fastball down in the dirt. What a block by Framke behind the plate to keep the runner at first. Great job sliding over and corralling that one by the newcomer Framke. Next pitch from Benko. That one's outside, and it's 2-0. That one's fouled off by Hilgers. Good fastball from Benko there. Next pitch now from Benko. That one's outside. Framke able to stick a glove out and snag it, but it's 3-1. Good pitch there from Benko. Finds the zone. Close call. But he's back in the count now. Is full. Here with 1 down. Hilgers was hitting just 167 coming into today, but certainly improved that average now as he grounds that one just foul to stay alive. Here's another 3-2 now from Benko. That one's grounded foul down the first base line. So Hilgers, a good AB here, working the pitch count. Hilgers lines that one into right for base hit. Wayu rounding, heading to third. And the throw is not going to be in time. So a big hit there for Charlie Hilgers. And the Generals are in business. Runners on the corners with just 1 out. George Hogan is the cleanup man for the Generals. He swings through a fastball for strike 1. Big fastball from Benko there. Anything in the outfield will score Wayu from third and get the Generals on the board here early in game 2. But Hogan's behind 0-2 as he chops that one foul. Benko now with the 0-2. Swing and a foul tip that just gets under the glove of Framke. So another AB and another General hitter battling and staying alive behind in the count with 2 strikes. Another 0-2 from Benko. Breaking ball line to short. Hirayama makes the catch. Goes over to first for the double play, and the inning is over. You got Hilgers cheating a little bit, and he saw it right away. Excellent play from Hunter Hirayama. So a couple of one general hit and the hit by pitch, but nothing across, and the Collegians lead 8-0 after 1. All right, welcome back, everybody. Luke Pemberton is the man to lead it off for the Collegians here in the second. Pemberton takes a ball. Back in the first, Pemberton hit a sac fly that he was less than pleased with. Snapped the bat over his knee. But he's ahead 2-0 here to lead off this one. New pitcher for the Generals here in inning number 2 is the submarine lefty Nate Kuda. Kuda making his 6th appearance as he walks Pemberton on 4 pitches. Kuda in the previous 5 appearances has gone 13 innings and has given up 13 earned runs. So an opportunity potentially for the Collegians with the runner already on to extend this lead. Next pitch from Kuda to Jackson Bryant's driven deep out to center, and Heath Perry leaps, but he can't make the catch. It's down and it's off the wall. Pemberton is going to stop at third, and it is a double for Jackson Bryant, and the Collegians are in business again here in the second. So a couple of productive at-bats for Jackson Bryant. Was hit by a pitch his first time up, and now the double. And the Collegians have a couple of men in scoring position here as the center fielder Cole Lucky steps in and takes strike 1 from Kuda. Kuda grounded into a fielder's choice in the first, but was able to leg out the double play, which ended up allowing Boulder to score 6 more runs. And Lucky ahead 2-1 now. Lucky takes that one into right the other way for a base hit. 1 run comes in to score. Bryant right behind him. The throw home is not in time, and it's a 2-run single for Cole Lucky. Collegians now lead 10-0. So clutch hitting from Cole Lucky, and the Collegians way out in front here in Game 2, looking for the sweep as Braden Thompson is the next man up. First pitch to Thompson, that's in there. Good pitch by Kuda. Thompson walked and scored in the first and hit the 2-run homer. Back in Game 1 as he's behind quickly 0-2. Next pitch from Kuda fouled off by Thompson, so he stays alive. Still down 0-2, but in to see another pitch. Oh, 2 from Kuda again. Thompson rips that one out into left, but the left fielder Cameron Christensen's under it, and that is out number 1 here in the second. Hank Hemrick is the next man in for the Collegians. He takes ball 1 outside. Next pitch, that's down low, so Hemrick ahead 2-0 now. Runner is on first still. That is Lucky over there. And Hemrick fouls that one off, so it's 2-1. Chance for the Des Moines, Iowa native here to extend this Collegians lead, or give them another chance to, as the lineup is about to turn over. 3-1. Now to the designated hitter, Hemrick. He grounds it softly over to third. No play at second, but the throw to first is in time for the out. A nice play over at third by Andrew Brady, making the throw on the run, and Lucky advances to second with 2 outs. Campbell Framke, the catcher, in for his second at-bat now. And a base hit would score the speedy Cole Lucky from second. First pitch is in there to Framke for strike one. Nice pitch by Kuda. That one's in there as well. So Framke behind 0-2. And a chance here for Nate Kuda to get out of this second inning with minimal damage. That one does miss just inside. Mingyu stretches to keep it in front, and it's 1-2. Another one. Framke swings and misses, so a first strikeout of the game for Nate Kuda. And that's out number 3. Collegians get 2 more across here in the top of the second, and they will come out to field for the second time, leading 10-0. All right, welcome back, everyone. First batter of this inning is going to be number 6, Andrew Brady, and he takes the first pitch and rips it into left for a base hit. So a good start to this second inning for the Generals. As Andrew Brady is in with a base hit. First hit of the day. Had 4 ABs without one in the first game. And the catcher Guan Mingyu is next here with nobody out and the runner on. Good pitch from Banco there to start off Mingyu with the strike. Good breaking ball. And Benko will go check on Brady at first now. Next pitch is in there as well, so Mingyu down 2 strikes now. Mingyu hitting just 111 on the season. Did not play in Game 1, so his first AB of the evening. And that one is grounded hard over to third. Bryan over to second for 1. Hartojo to first, but Mingyu beats it out. Good hustle from the Generals catcher there. And the Collegians pick up out number 1 with the runner still on first. Next in is the left fielder Cameron Christensen. Just 9 plate appearances so far this year, 0 for 9 is the Generals left fielder. And he swings way behind the fastball from Benko on the first pitch for strike 1. Slider from Benko this time. That's in there as well. Great pitch. And it's 0-2 now. Here's the 0-2. That one swung on and missed, so a 3-pitch strikeout for Troy Benko. That's his second of the ball game, and Christensen's retired for out number 2. Max Crosby, the DH, is the next man in. 1 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts in Game 1 as he fouls the first pitch off. Next one over the head of Crosby. He ducks under it, as opposed to just eating it. The count's 1-1. Runner still on first for the Generals. 2 down here in the second. Troy Benko trying to work around the leadoff single. And he's 1 strike away now as Crosby fouls that one back. Crosby rips that one down the third base line and into left for a base hit. Mingyu is heading for third. He's going to get down, and he's safe. So a big-time hit there from Max Crosby. And the Generals with runners on the corners threatening again here with 2 outs. And that will bring up the first plate appearance for the right fielder, Aiden Lesnow. First pitch from Benko, that's in there. Good slider, and that is strike 1 from Benko. Here's the 0-1. That one is sent high behind second. Hartojo calling for it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So a couple of hits given up by Troy Benko, but nobody across. And the Collegians still lead 10-0 after 2. All right, time for the Collegians half of the third. Still ahead 10-0 after a huge first and then tacking a couple more on in the second. As Hunter Hirayama at the top of the order takes the first pitch right back up the middle for a base hit. Good piece of hitting there from the Collegian shortstop. His third hit of the ball game already. And the Collegians with the leadoff man on once again as Matt Graff steps in. Graff 1 for 1, reached twice, walk and a single. Drove in 2 with the base hit back in the first. As Kuda goes to check on Hirayama, but not in time. Hirayama likely running soon, as he does many times on the bases. Won't get a chance to as Graff takes that one into right for a base hit. Hirayama stops at second. I believe that is actually Gavin Acosta running for Hirayama. Acosta out of the lineup in Game 2 after playing second in the first game. But a couple of hits to start it off. One for Hirayama and one for Graff. And Nico Hartojo in with 2 men on and nobody out. First pitch from Hartojo fouled down the third base line for strike 1. Nate Kuda trying to keep the Generals somewhat alive here. Hold this deficit right where it is. And give him a chance to start cutting away at it. As Hartojo swings and misses at a good breaking ball from Kuda for strike 2. Kuda now will step off and check on Acosta over at second. Next pitch from Kuda now. Hartojo checks the swing, and the ump rings him up. Strike 3 called. They're going to say Hartojo went, and that's a big strikeout for Nate Kuda for out number 1. So 1 out and 2 men on as Luke Pemberton comes in. Pemberton has a sac fly and a walk, and that one is into left for a base hit. Fumbled with by the left fielder Christensen. Acosta's going to come in to score. Graff will hold at second, and the Collegians lead is 11-0 now on the RBI single by Luke Pemberton. Second RBI of the game for the Boulder right fielder, and the bats are rolling for the Collegians here in this one. Jackson Bryant's next with 2 on and 1 out. And he takes that one the other way, but foul. Bryant a hit by pitch and a double so far in this one. And Bryant takes the ball. Count 1-1. Bryant, couple of home runs on this season. 13 RBIs for the Collegians. Good take by Bryant there, and it's 2-1. Next pitch from Kuda. That one's ripped out into center. Perry moving back, and it's over his head and off the wall. Graff is going to head home. Pemberton's going to stop, and Graff is going to get thrown out at home. Excellent relay in by Heath Perry. And Graff's thrown out at home for out number 2. Didn't really have a choice. Had to go with Pemberton right on his tail. But nobody across. And there is now 2 outs after the second double of the game for Jackson Bryant. So the force now only at first as Cole Lucky steps in with 2 men in scoring position on second and third. And Lucky pops that one foul. So he's behind 0-2. Lucky swings and misses at the fastball upstairs from Kuda. Good job there from the lefty to get out of the inning with only 1 run allowed, but the Collegians now with an 11-run lead in the middle of the third. All right, time now for the bottom half of the third. Generals trailing 11-0. And back out to face Troy Benko for another inning of work. Benko has allowed some base runners in each of the first 2 frames, but has done a good job getting out of it. Still scoreless as the Collegians lead 11-0. Leadoff man Heath Perry, the center fielder, is the first man in for the Generals. And he takes that one and chops it. He chopped it over to third, where Gavin Acosta is now playing. Jackson Bryant's over at short, so it looks like Hirayama has been pulled. Acosta made the throw. Perry never ran. Sounded like it was chopped off the plate, but now the umps will discuss. And they're going to call him out. So it sounded like a foul ball, but that is not the call. The call is out, and Heath Perry is retired for out number 1 here in the third. And the Generals manager is not thrilled. He'll come out to have a chat with the home plate ump. All right, so 1 out. Call stands, and Chinwei Yu, the shortstop, is in now for the second time. Was hit by a pitch by Benko the first time after a 2-for-4 game in Game 1. 1-0 from Benko. That one is in on Wei Yu again, but he ducks out of the way this time, and it's 2-0. Wei Yu fouls that one back, so Benko trying to battle back now, 2-1. Collegians just trying to get this one across the finish line here. As Banco gets Wayu swinging down low at the slider. Nasty pitch from Troy Banco. And it is 2-2 now to the general shortstop. Banco already back, set, and ready to go with the 2-2. And he misses that one badly behind Wayu. And it's 3-2. That's ball 4 to Chin Wei-Yu on the fastball, down and away. He will take first base, and now Campbell Framke out to have a chat with Troy Banco before the heart of the order comes up for the Generals. Next up is going to be the DH Charlie Hilgers, who sends one out into the gap, but cut off nicely by Lucky. So it's a base hit for Hilgers, his second hit of the ballgame and his fourth hit overall on the day, but a great job by Lucky to cut it off and prevent it from getting into the gap for extra bases. As the runners now just on first and second, here with one out. Banco now working against George Hogan, the second baseman, finds the zone for strike one. That one's in there as well. Same spot. Hogan takes again, and it's 0-2. From Banco. Hogan sends that one softly over to second. There is no play at second, so Hartojo goes to first for the out. So the runners advance. 2 men in scoring position for the Generals, but 2 outs now. After the fielder's choice retires George Hogan. And Andrew Brady, the third baseman, will step in now with the chance to drive in a couple of runs. First pitch to Brady is in there for a strike. Brady singled his first time up. So 1 for 1 here in game 2. Banco misses low and away with that fastball, 1-1. Brady sends that one over to third. Fumbled by Acosta, and there will be no play, so the run scores on the error by the new third baseman, Gavin Acosta. Not his usual position. Usually he's over at second, but in. They had to reshuffle the infield after Hirayama was pulled. So the Generals are on the board. It's 11-1 now, as Guan Mingyu steps in with runners on the corners. First pitch from Banco, nasty breaking ball. Mingyu way out in front of it, and it's 0-1. Next pitch, that is a ball from Banco, just missed. Good take by Mingyu. So 1-1 now to the general catcher. Mingyu swings through a fastball that time, and it's 1-2. Grounded into a fielder's choice in the second. he misses that one upstairs. So 2-2. Still a chance for Banco to get out of this one with just the one run across. And Mingyu swings and misses at that breaking ball down in the dirt. A strikeout for Troy Banco to end this third inning, with the Collegians still comfortably in front, 11-1. All right, time for the top of the fourth now. 7, 8, and 9 due up for the Collegians. Braden Thompson will get the first crack at it. Nate Kuda, the lefty, back in for his third inning of work. And the Collegians still hanging on to that 10-run lead, as Thompson takes the first pitch and pops it straight up in the air. Mingyu is under it, has room, and makes the catch for the first out. So a good start to this one for Nate Kuda, as Hank Hemrick will come up with one out after the one-pitch AB by Braden Thompson. Hemrick walked and grounded out so far in this one. Swings and misses badly at that one. Took a huge cut, but nothing doing for Hemrick. And he's behind 0-1. No hits today, but has reached twice on a walk in the doubleheader. Grounds this one over to second. Hogan Fields throws over to Crosby at first, and that is out number 2. So Kuda working quickly here in the fourth. And Campbell Framke steps in to complete the Collegians' third time through the lineup in as many innings. Framke wasn't even ready, but pitch misses anyway, 4-ball. So 1-0 before he even really steps in. Next pitch, same spot, 2-0 now. Framke did draw a walk in his first AB, scored a run, struck out last time against Kuda, and he fouls this one off for strike one. Framke calls time now. We'll take a sec to regroup. Kuda still on the rubber and ready to go. He wastes no time, and that one's in there for a strike. Framke a little frustrated with the pace that Kuda's working at, but it's 2-2. And that one's behind Framke, who has to scoot forward to get out of the way of it a little bit, and it's 3-2 here with 2 outs. Framke takes this one over to second. Hogan fields again, and the throw to first is offline. A routine play, but it's back into the fence, into the Collegians dugout. So Campbell Framke is on the E4, and this inning will continue with the top of the order. So it'll be the first plate appearance of the game for Gavin Acosta. Acosta 0 for 3 in game 1, so looking to get in the hit column today. As Kuda finds the zone with that one, counts even now, 1-1. Top half of the fourth, Acosta takes ball 2. And ahead now 2-1. Acosta swings through that one, and it's 2-2. Good pitch there from Nate Kuda. Acosta takes this one right back at Kuda, tips off his glove, and I think it's going to cost him the out. Wei Yu gets there, bare hands it, but not in time, and it's going to be an infield hit for Gavin Acosta. And the error over at second is proving to be extremely costly now. As this inning is stretching on a lot longer than it needed to. Matt Graff in next. 2 for 2 with a couple of base hits so far. And also walked, so reached all 3 times up in game 2. Swings through strike 1 from Kuda. Next one from Kuda, that one's in there as well, and Graff's behind 0-2. And 2 to Graff. That one's in there. Strike 3 called. Graff goes down on strikes, and so the Kuda gives up the error and the infield hit, but none across, and the Collegians lead in the middle of 4, still 11-1. All right, time for the Generals half of the 4th. needing a couple runs to avoid the run rule that will come after the 5th. Bottom of the order coming up for the Generals. Left fielder Cameron Christensen will start it off. Struck out his first time up. And he takes strike one here on the breaking ball from Troy Benko, back for his 4th inning of work. Having a solid game so far. And Christensen fouls that one back. 0-2. A lot of base traffic for Benko, but just the one run across back in the 3rd. And it was on an error. So nothing earned for Benko yet. And strike 3 called. Great breaking ball there from Troy Benko. And for the 2nd time in this one, Cameron Christensen's down on strikes. And there's one out. Next man in's Max Crosby. The first baseman for the Generals. Crosby singled back in the 2nd, but he's also behind 0-2, so Benko really hitting his spots here to start this 4th. Benko working very quickly now, home with the 0-2. That one is fouled off. Late swing by Crosby, was way behind the fastball, but gets a bat on it and stays alive. Another 0-2 from Benko. That one is hit out into left for a base hit. 2nd hit of the game for Max Crosby. And a great piece of 2-strike hitting there from the first baseman. His 3rd hit overall on the day. And a 2-for-2 game 2. And now with 1 on and 1 out, Aiden Lesnow, the right fielder, will step in. With the top of the order coming up behind him. First pitch from Benko. That's a breaking ball, and that's in there for a strike. Good pitch there. He's really finding the corners with that slider so far in this one. Benko misses inside with that one, and it's back to the backstop. Framke can't get there, and Crosby's going to take 2nd on the wild pitch. So a runner in scoring position now. One and 1 now to Aiden Lesnow. Popped up to 2nd. His first time up today. And he fouls that one off for strike 2. Here's the 1-2. That one's in there. Strike 3 called. Another great pitch on the corner from Troy Benko. And another strikeout. And there's 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th. As Heath Perry, the center fielder, will step in for the 3rd time here in this game. 0-for-2 so far. And he takes that one over to first on the line. And Matt Graff is right there to make the catch for out number 3. So a quick 4th inning for Troy Benko. And the Collegians head into the 5th, still leading 11-1. All right, top of the fifth time. Collegians up by 10 runs. And Nico Hartojo in to start it off. Heart of the order in for the Collegians. Hartojo is 0 for 2 with a walk so far, but he takes ball one from Kuda. Kuda back for his fourth inning of work. Has done a solid job, only giving up 3 runs in the previous 3 innings. And he finds the zone there to even it up 1-1. Next pitch, Hartojo swings and just barely gets the bat on it, but fouls it back 1-2. Next pitch, just a bit outside. Good spot on 1-2 from Kuda, but a good take by Hartojo, and he's back even 2-2. That 2-2 swung on and missed. Great breaking ball there from Nate Kuda, and he fooled Hartojo down on strikes for the second time today. And there's one out here in the fifth as Luke Pemberton steps in. First pitch to Pemberton fouled off. So Kuda ahead in another count here. Next pitch from Kuda. That one's fouled back as well, so Kuda's ahead 0-2. And almost hits Pemberton on the way back down off the backstop. 0-2 to the Boulder right fielder, who is 1 for 1. Has a single, a walk, and a sac fly here in this game. And he swings and foul tips the 0-2, but right into the glove of Ming Yu for a strikeout. 2 back-to-back strikeouts now for Nate Kuda, and there's 2 down here in the top of the fifth as the third baseman Jackson Bryant steps in. 2 for 2 with a couple of doubles, so having a great day with the bat. A couple of extra base hits for Bryant. Takes the first pitch, grounds it over to third, fielded by Brady. Throw on to first is in time for out number 3. So a great inning for Nate Kuda, 1-2-3 quickly. And the Generals will step up to the plate in the bottom of the fifth, looking to extend this ball game. All right, welcome back. Bottom half of the fifth. 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Denver Generals, as they will need 3 runs to keep this one going here and avoid the run rule. Chin-Wei Yu, the shortstop, is the first man in. Has been hit by a pitch and walked in this game. So been on base a couple of times, but no hits yet for the shortstop. In here to close this one out for the Collegians is C.J. Pino, number 15, the San Francisco native. As Wei Yu pops that one up on the left side, but it's going to get out of play, foul. Pino has had an excellent year for the Collegians, still yet to give up a run in 7 appearances out of the bullpen. And looking to get this one across the finish line with 3 outs here. But behind 3-1 to Chin-Wei Yu. That one is ripped right at the third baseman by Wei Yu, but Acosta catches it on a line, and that's out number 1. Good contact by the shortstop, but right at Gavin Acosta over at the hot corner. And the Generals down to their final 2 outs as Charlie Hilgers steps in. Having a great day at the plate. 2 for 2 here in Game 2, 4 for 5 overall. 3 singles and a triple for Hilgers as he takes ball 1 on the outside part of the plate. Four for 5 day for Hilgers will certainly raise that 167 batting average coming in. Swings to a strike here from Pino. And the count's even now, 1 apiece. Next pitch fouled off. Hilgers way out in front of that one. Almost no velocity in Pino's arsenal. All off-speed movement. But it has worked like a charm for him so far this season. And off to a good start here in this 5th inning. Already 1 down and ahead 1-2. As he misses with that one, 2-2. 2-2 from Pino. That one is chopped softly, but it's going to dribble foul. So Hilgers stays alive. Here's another 2-2 now from C.J. Pino. That one's fouled off as well. Good AB from Charlie Hilgers right here. Making Pino work for the out. And maybe Hilgers can come up with hit number 5. Hilgers pops that one way up in the air behind second. Jackson Bryant at shortstop moves back and he makes the catch. And the Generals down to their final out here. And it looks like it'll be a pinch hitter. Pinch hitting for the second baseman, George Hogan, is going to be number 1, Joe Reitz, the catcher from Game 1. Not in the lineup here in Game 2, but going to get a crack at C.J. Pino here. First pitch to Reitz. Way out in front of it. Swings at a breaking ball down in the dirt for strike 1. Excellent pitch there by C.J. Pino. That one's grounded over to third, fielded by Acosta. Throw over to first is in time. Great pick by Matt Graff, and that is the ball game. Collegians win this game 11-1 after 5. They get the run rule, and they will get out of here early with the sweep of the Denver Generals. So the Collegians, with today's sweep, improved to 20 wins, 4 losses, and 1 tie on the year. Generals with the 2 losses dropped to 7-10. Collegians' next action is Wednesday night at home. Just 1 game against the Slammers. And then they will be home on Saturday as well. Wednesday night, we will be live on YouTube. Once again, thank you everybody for joining us for Boulder Collegians baseball here from Denver this afternoon. Again, Collegians pick up the sweep 4-1 in Game 1, 11-1 in Game 2. My name is Troy Finnegan on the call, and I hope everybody has a great next couple of days. We will see you on Wednesday night. Thanks, everyone.